Hello everyone, welcome back to EVE Online, another Nubro tutorial. This is about getting from point A to point B, how to move locations. So I figure I'd just come out, we in the stereo again, look at this beautiful temperate planet. Kind of looks like Earth but more cleaner. So we'll get started. By the way, if you ever want to have a open view on your game, Control F9. Then bring back your HUD. Get rid of your HUD, Control F9. But anyway, we'll get to it. So there's many ways to navigate and get to your destination in EVE. So we're going to go to the basic examples of, maybe jumping gates. Something we're going to do continually. We're always going to leave one system and go to another. We're going to go to one mission to another. So you always need to get from point A to point B. So there's multiple ways to do this. So the first starter way is most likely in your overview. We're looking at here. Inside this overview, you will see gates. I have my gates down here because I separated my overviews. Like I said, we'll do that in a different video. So I have all my gates all by themselves on one small overview. So in general, like targeting, you can left click and your options will come up. You either jump that gate, you can warp to 0 on that gate, show the information on that gate, or align to that gate, which means you just kind of start flying towards it. Then on your plus side on your menu, you can save the location of that gate. You can look at it if you're in range, or you could track it if you're in range, like usually next to it. So that's one way. And then also, when you're hanging on an icon, you can right click it. Just like in a targeting, you can right click it, then all the same options will come up as the radial window. Warp to, you can warp within a certain range. Every icon that has an arrow next to it will open up another window. So you can warp within 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, and 100. Like you align to it, you could jump directly. You can add them as waypoints, etc., etc. So that's one way, is on your overview for clicking on gates and deciding what you want to do with the gate. Another way to do it is, while you're not clicking on anything in space, you can right click once and a menu will come up. Now this menu is nice at times. I don't use it all the time, but I do use it sometimes. You click anywhere in space with this and it'll show up, but just don't click on your actual ship because a different window will come up. So click anywhere in space where it's not a direct object. So you can't do it on your overview. Can't do it on your HUD. Every time you click on something, you right click on something, it'll give you a different menu for something you could do with what you clicked on. Only when you open in space, it'll bring up everything basically in your solar system. So we right clicked here. So it says, look at my ship, show info, show solar system and map. We don't need to look at the map, but we're thinking about jumping. So we're not jumping to any asteroid belts, but in general, this will pull up every single asteroid belt in the system here. And just like that, we could warp at a certain range, etc., etc. We're not going to any planets right now, but they're all here. Stargates, that's what we want. We want a Stargate. So our Stargate is here, and this is a dead-end system, so it's a cul-de-sac, so there's only one way out. And basically, we could wall over there. Oh, by the way, once you right-click once, you can let go of your mouse at that point. No need for your hand to be on it anymore. And then you just scroll your mouse up and down without clicking any buttons until you want to confirm with your left click. So we have our station. Our Stargates. And we also have stations, anomalies, everything that's in a probe scanner to the left here. And the locations you might have saved. I have a whole bunch of locations saved already, so I can even get to my locations that I have. But we're thinking about going to the Stargate. So just for example, I'm going to warp to within 20 of the Stargate. Now just right click it once, click. And then my ship will start going. Now I want to cancel this warp. Oh, too late. In general, to cancel warp, control space. Spam it, control space, control space, control space, and you will end up stopping and canceling your warp. Okay, so we're gonna go. We won't go back to the planet. Yes, we will. We'll go back to a planet. That was a nice planet. I think it was this one. And there is also another way to find areas to warp, besides just a standard click in space. Your overview, where you have your warp gates. Also in the top corner, you have sections that are kind of default up here. Ooh, yay, blue planet. Okay, perfect. Now for here, we have, it looks like the sun. This is also your solar information. Now you can left click on that, and that same menu will come up that we just kind of looked at, but plus a few more other things. So once again, all of our asteroid belts are here, all of our planets are here, our stargate's here again. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. And just like clicking in space normal, you could jump, align to, warp, etc., etc. So we see there's currently 3 ways that you could leave the system or warp and get from point A to point B. You could use the icon in the top right. It's always, the top left. And careful, you might, if you don't see it, you have your icons up here. You could get rid of things, make them stay, just so you do know. But yeah, always the one system information looks like the sun. You click on that once, and it'll tell you what system you're in, etc., etc. I like to downsize the window. This is your search bar. This is your route. So when you have a destination, your route will be here. And this is your daily campaigns, the stuff you could do daily for certain perks that the game will give you. If it's skill points or Eve marks, etc., etc. I usually have it off to save room on my screen, but I'll look at it once a day. But just in general, your system information, right click it, all your information shows up. In space, when not clicking on anything else, you could right click that and everything will come up again. Or on your overview and click it with the radio wheel. Alright, y'all. Hope you enjoyed. If you've got any questions, throw them down in the comments and we'll be sure to give you a hand in getting this helped out. Alright, y'all. Talk to you soon. Later.